What is going on, my YouTube friends, my Warning Army friends, all my Patreon friends? How we doing, man? How we doing? I'm trying to get myself ahead before Sunday when I want to do the live stream of the whole concert. So Sunday, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's Canada, right? So that's MDT for my American friends, I think, if you Google it. I think we had that discussion in the Discord today. So at 1 p.m. my time, we're going to start watching the whole entire CDMX concert. And I don't want to say I'm going to breeze through it, but I'm going to probably do less individual breakdown stuff because by then we'll have seen it all, right? Y'all have seen it all. I'll have seen it all. But we'll go through it. We'll party. We'll do a lot of headbanging together. I'm going to have Freeze the Fall on. They're going to come on beforehand for a little bit and they're going to talk and they're going to introduce themselves and we're going to hang out. We'll watch the whole concert. We'll do some breakdown stuff. I'll answer any questions anyone has and we'll have a party, man. It's going to be a blast. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. Set the reminders in your calendar, all the stuff. Come hang out in the Warnings Patreon. If you join their Patreon, you get in the Discord. You can come hang out. You can also join my Discord, right? Let me pull this video up before I start talking over myself too much. So this is Zed. Even as a Canadian, that felt weird to say. I'm assuming it's called Z. But Zed, we're going to go with the Warning Zed live at Teatro Metropolitin CDMX. I think I have this. I think I have a more. I think I have UGG. I think I have UGG left. I think that's it. So let's do this. Let's get started. That grin. Do you see that? I got to catch that grin already. We're like 4 seconds in. Look at that, man. Look at it. Oh, you can just barely see it. Just sneak it in there like. Oh, this is going to be funny. Great bass line. I wish I knew what she was saying. Give me that noisy guitar. I feel like if your headbanging doesn't feel like you're hitting something, then you're doing it wrong. Come on, let's back it up and turn it up. Everyone at home, turn it up. Let's go. Let's go. That's such a big note too, man. And I was just talking in the last video. About how I love noisy guitars, man. Just letting that PRS just ring. That she let it ring this whole verse. Like this whole intro, this verse. Like, come on, man. Listen to the floor tom pattern that Pal's giving us here, man. It's so intentional. She's giving room for the snare drum and she's doing the two at the same time. Like, it's so intentional. I know we love watching that stuff. Check out this floor tom pattern. I'm probably going to have to go back a ways. I think that's a problem. Now we're going to headbang again. So floor tom's consistent. Swung, but consistent. I like this too. that? Like they play with each other, boop, dup, boop, 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 dup. Like they have this like counter rhythm to each other, man. She's beating the shit out of that floor tom too. And like if I hadn't heard that floor tom before, if I was just looking at it, I would assume that her hitting it this hard was pitching it up. But I think this is the actual pitch of it. It just looks like it should be lower. Hear that though? A little like flanged guitar doing some like harmonics in the background too in one of the tracks, and that's cool, man. That's cool. Like we've talked about that lots, and Danny doesn't need to do that, man. She's busy storytelling. She's busy singing her ass off, right? Nasty. Then that wash light like being killed off like make it so much harder though. I'm gonna do it again just to emphasize it so my video does the same kind of thing. I wish I had like blinking lights and stuff, but it makes such a like I don't know dope environmental change when you lose the wash light. Like I don't know what it is. And it makes all the backlights all brighter and stuff. But here I'll turn it off and I'll try to turn it back on time. Watch out, 'cause it's coming back for you. Right, with all the lights, fire, man. And then light Danny up. So is this, man, I feel like I probably missed a whole bunch now. The Kool-Aid Kids one stood out to me. Is it like if this is the show opener, which it really felt like, I'm assuming this is the show opener, is there kind of a, what do you call that? Not a conspiracy. Like is it a concept song? Like is there flavors and tastes from all the, or like a bunch of other songs, or is that just like a coincidence in this one? Let me know down below. Timestamp's about like 8 minutes, depending on how much I edit. Just fire, man. Just fired. Like, that I was listening for, and I hope I'm not just missing it. I was listening for a guitar track there to back up when Danny goes up to that like kind of counter melody on the single string. And I don't think there was. I think that was just bass and drums, and then her just doing that lead. And I think that's dope, man. That shows like how confident she is in the wall of sound she creates, right? Danny and Ali. It almost has like that Evo sound to it. I think they're called Evos or Ebos or something like that. So there used to be this thing back in the day, you'd hold it, it was like magnets, and I think it span, and it would make the string sustain for like as long as you wanted. But it also had that like kind of feedback feel. So like if you imagine if anyone's familiar with any of like the old when Def Leppard was good, the live stuff, Phil Collins from Def Leppard, his guitar had a toggle switch and it would kick on the sustain. And if he held a note for long enough, it would start to get this nasty feedback. Just like it sounded a lot like what Danny had going on there too. So I wonder if she's playing with something like a compressor or a sustain or something that's making it like really sing. So the PRS will have a ton of sustain as it is. And with all the gain that she's like sending to these amps, like she'll have a lot of sustain. But it has this like this feedback, like this quick like this quick loop into that feedback. And I wonder if that's something, like I say, like a compressor or just a sustain pedal or a trigger or something doing that is neat, man. It's a really cool sound. That's like one of my favorite guitar sounds. When it comes to noisy guitars, come on now. Oh, this is one of these moments getting me choked up, man. Like, holy God. That was so fucking rock and roll. Holy shit. I try to watch my tongue in these videos, man, but like, wow. Just like bawling. The guitar face, that's what did it. Like, what am I supposed to say? Oh man, okay. I'll pick myself up while I talk. How about that? So, the track that fired in, man, that fucked me up. When the track fired in, and you just hear Danny's guitars just like click up to like 13. Holy man, that's what did it. I got like goosebumps, instant tears. It was wild. That was a wild experience. I'm glad we caught that on camera. Wow. But the track that kicked into the background was cool, man. It was like this really like EQ squish, like really thin, top end, bitey kind of sounding guitar. And that's cool, man. That's good to know. That's good to know because like tonight I'm mixing a record and I can't wait. I'm almost done it. I'm almost ready to submit it to the guy and I can't wait to drop it and we can talk drums and all the stuff. I can start showing you examples of stuff. I can't wait. But this is great, man, because during the lead sections, I don't know what to do with the other guitar parts. I do and I don't. Like there's things that you can try, there's things you can do, but this is another approach that would be, I think, clever, especially for that style of music, for my friend Fry's music, because his guitar playing is so beautiful that you need to make sure that it has room to speak. And I think that like this was like one of those musical moments, man, where the stars friggin' aligned and like that, like just the way that like that guitar soloed, that track solo or that track piece that I'm talking about that I'm kind of picking on, if you soloed that, man, guaranteed it would sound like garbage. It would sound like garbage, but whatever it did to give her this platform to go and wail on, like I can't even talk about it. Holy shit. Holy shit, my friends. I'm still like not back to normal, but like I'm gonna try to watch this once more. And I didn't talk about like Pau singing that either. Like in the first one, Danny was singing the harmony down. I think she might have been singing it in this one here too. And then Pau came in with that like, it's coming back for you. Like again, like those battle cries, man. Like she sells it. Like there's so much emotion to her just like trying to like, I don't even know, to make sure that you can hear if the mic works or not. Like, oh man. Oh man. Let's go. That crowd, man. That crowd.
I think that we should. I think that we should. I think that we should. I think that we should.
they blanketed the shit out of that with like all this stuff and all this stuff and all that stuff too, man. I'm getting hyped now. And it sounds like they didn't let it like drain out. And that, oh man, I'm gonna start bawling again. That's like a personal preference thing. Like I was always about big delays and big reverbs. I love that shit, man. I'd be beating into that snare drum. You just be getting this like boom, gah, gah, you know, all that. But something like this, I would have probably thrown like a huge like delay on, so it just carried like until like long after the song ended, like that kind of bullshit. And that's all just like taste and flavor, right? It sounded like in this, like in the studio, you would like she would go up for the yeah, and you would take a really clean section of the middle, and then you would use that to be the whole extended note. So you don't get any like wavering, you don't get any like breath spots, anything, right? It's the exact same. It's consistent. And it sounded like they kind of got that going on with, oh shit, which one is it? This one. They just use the reverb, it sounds like. And then the reverb cuts off when she cuts off too. It doesn't spill over too far. Hear how long that takes to decay? So with theirs, it sounds like it's probably a bigger room than that one that I was using. It just ends right when she ends. And it just makes it big and thick, man. Like, I was just talking about Pow and her freaking war cries. I gotta settle down. One of us has to settle down. God, that crowd is unbelievable.
I think that we should. 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 I think that we should.
That was insane, man. How do these keep getting harder and harder as I go through the list? Like, what the hell is happening? I really can't. I can't, man. I can't stick around here. I can't do this right now. I'm just gonna fall apart. I'm just gonna fall apart. Sunday, what is it? Today's the Friday the 1st, so Sunday the 2nd, or sorry, Sunday the 3rd. Wow, at 1 p.m., 1300 Mountain Standard Time, MDT for my American friends, or if you Google it. This is incredible, man. This is gonna be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to having Freeze the Fall on here, man. I'm really looking forward to hanging out with y'all. Part of me hopes that this happens live, man, because I'm going to start calling y'all. I wish I could just like blink on your cameras too. Be kind to yourself, my friends. Be well out there. We'll see y'all again soon.